So, at the moment, it is roughly 10 p.m. on a Monday evening, and I'm very sleep deprived. My throat is very sore, and there is part of me that really would have preferred to film this in a more professional way. But there's also another part of me that knows if I don't record this now, I will never record this ever. So here's this. This is called One Life Lesson for Every Year That Failed to Beat Me. Side note, I'm recently 25, and I'm now just realizing that that's arguably too many lessons to be asking anyone to sit down and listen to. But you know what they say, hindsight is 20/20, and we all know how that turned out. So here's this. Number 1, seek help only when you're sure that you need it. Collaboration is healthy, but if you always reach out before trying things yourself, you will end up stifling your own abilities. People who actively check their limitations are ultimately the best collaborators. Number 2, trust your gut. It's more stubborn than you will ever be, and it will happily tear itself to shreds before ever surrendering to you. Number 3, instead of thinking outside, remake the box. Make it bigger or smaller, give it windows or lookouts with telescopes, basements with ball pits. Outside may look exciting, but it will always feel like wilderness. So let the inside flourish. Number 4, making friends is easy, but keeping friends is a mountain without peak. There is no destination, no relief. You climb as an alternative to falling. But remember that you're always allowed to enjoy the view. Number 5, be an active learner. A teacher can be one of the most prominent figures in your life, but the nature of the education system means that even the best teachers can fail to help you. So take responsibility for how you learn. Be an expert on how your specific brain works. Strive to discover things for yourself, and never stop taking back what your school deprived from you. Number 6, if you want to develop a good heart, the first step is forgiving the darkest parts of your soul. And every step that follows is the same. Repeat step 1. Number 7, only you can tell what your dreams actually mean. You're the only person who has lived your life, and therefore you have the best chance of guessing what your subconscious is going on about. Number 8, share stories. Trade them back and forth. Try to always have several at the ready, and make sure that most of them are stories that you've listened to. Not just heard, listened. Make sure that you have sat and listened to another person's story. Number 9, be hard on yourself. Be your own personal trainer. Push yourself when you know you can do better. Be a guide rope. Be a harness. Be whatever it is you need to pull yourself back up. Number 10. Use what you know. Make a sandwich with your arts degree. Build a house with your go-to karaoke song. Apply your grandparents' lessons to the problems that they could never ever predict. Number 11. It's okay to feel unimportant. Important people are usually very boring, and they're cursed with the notion that their self-worth is measured by their perceived importance. In reality, your self-worth is measured by you. That's what self means. Number 12. No matter what they tell you, Venn diagrams are far superior to mind maps. Spend your life finding the spaces that overlap, and you will always have room to move. Number 13. Learn what you look like when you laugh, when you cry, when you smile. Explore your body, not just the sensations, but the actions behind them. Seek to know what your body does when it's out of your control. Only then can you truly express yourself and let yourself be. Number 14. Remember that there is always another way. Number 15. You don't need to love yourself in order to respect yourself. At the end of the day, you're just one more person. You need food, you need water, and you need sleep. Love will be there when you're ready. But for now, don't force it. You can survive without it. Number 16. Teach your own philosophy. An idea loses meaning when you reduce it to an echo. So stop quoting the people who blew your mind and start learning to blow it yourself. Number 17. Empathy isn't magic. It is not the key to unlocking peace and happiness. It is a tool that will always need honing. A tool that you must use responsibly. Because empathy without humility, without patience or critical thinking, is just as dangerous as using no empathy at all. Number 18. Flip the script. Make a habit out of finding the least obvious interpretation. If everyone aimed to be an outlier, we would render boredom extinct. Number 19. Treasure integrity in yourself and in others. Throughout life, you will grow and change countless times. Your opinions will be fleeting. Your wants will expire. What's left is to live honestly. Stay true to your story with each and every chapter. And don't idle your time with those who won't turn the page. Number 20. Question everything. The more certain you are, the more likely you are to be wrong. Number 21. Invent your own definition of love. One of humanity's biggest mistakes was mythologizing how we relate to each other. Fairy tales and magazines turn romance into rumors. So write your own law, because no one has a heart like yours. Number 22. Look again. Really look again. To understand something is to describe it from a million different angles. So always look again. Number 23. Whenever you can, choose not to avenge, but to protect. Protecting is harder, it is scarier, but it is the least lonely thing you can do. If you ever fail to protect, and you will, do not stop. Do not dwell or turn your back. Instead, remember. Instead, get better. Because living well is the only revenge worth pursuing. Number 24. Be silly. Please. Please, for your own damn sake, please be so very silly in everything you do. Play is not a dirty word. In fact, it is the best way to prove that you care. So be silly. Please. Number 25. Make bad art. Make it every day. Make it knowing that it's bad. Make so much that you almost run out of bad things to make. And then you keep making, because an artist doesn't settle. An artist won't just dip their toe in the paint. They pour the bucket on themselves. They add another draft to the stack. They trash their own studio and build a whole new one out of garbage. Make bad art and do it forever. Because if you're going to draw a stick figure, you might as well draw them a few million friends.